There was a time when Daniel believed his life was broken. Not because something terrible had happened, but because his mind never rested. From the outside, everything looked normal. He had a job, a small apartment, familiar routines. Yet inside, his thoughts moved without pause, pulling him backward into regrets and pushing him forward into fears that had not yet arrived. Every night when the world grew quiet, his mind became louder. Memories replayed without permission. Small mistakes felt unbearable. Conversations from years ago returned as if they were unfinished. Daniel believed that if he could just think harder, plan better, understand life more deeply, then peace would follow. But the more he thought, the heavier he felt. His mind was crowded, yet his heart felt empty. Mornings brought no relief. He woke up tired, already behind, already worried. His body moved through the day, but his mind stayed elsewhere. He missed simple things without realizing it. The warmth of sunlight through a window, the sound of birds in the early hours, the quiet comfort of doing nothing for a moment. Life kept happening, but Daniel was rarely present for it. One evening, after a day that felt long and meaningless, Daniel left his apartment without a clear reason. He walked past familiar streets and continued until the noise of the city softened. His steps slowed as he reached a small park he had passed many times but never entered. It was simple and almost forgotten, with a few old trees and a narrow path that curved gently through them. Daniel sat on a bench, feeling tired in a way sleep could not fix. Even in that quiet place, his thoughts rushed forward as if silence made them nervous. He noticed how uncomfortable stillness felt to him. His mind searched for something to hold, something to worry about. Not far from him, an older man sat alone. He wasn't reading or looking at his phone. He was simply there, watching the trees move slowly with the wind. There was a calm around him that felt different. Not empty, but full in a quiet way. Without planning to, Daniel spoke. "I don't remember the last time my mind was quiet." The man turned toward him. His eyes were gentle, not curious or judgmental. "Most people don't," he said softly. "They spend their lives carrying noise that doesn't belong to them." Daniel frowned slightly. "Noise. Thoughts about the past that cannot be changed," the man replied, "and fears about a future that hasn't arrived." Daniel felt something shift inside him. "But how do you stop it?" he asked. "How do you make the mind quiet?" The man smiled, not as someone giving advice, but as someone sharing something lived. "You don't fight the mind," he said. "You guide your attention." He picked up a small stone from the ground and placed it in Daniel's hand. "Hold this," he said, "and for the next minute, give it your full attention. Don't think about what it means. Just notice it." Daniel felt the stone. Cool, solid, real. He noticed its weight, its rough edges, the way it rested in his palm. For a brief moment, his thoughts slowed. Not completely, but enough for him to notice the silence between them. "What happened just now?" the man asked. Daniel hesitated. "I wasn't thinking about anything else," he said. "I was just here." The man nodded. "That is not something new," he said. "That ability has always been inside you. You just forgot where to look." Daniel looked around the park. The trees hadn't changed. The air was the same, but something inside him felt lighter. He realized that during those few seconds, he wasn't reliving the past or worrying about the future. He was simply present. "Peace doesn't come from controlling life," the man continued. "It comes from meeting life as it is, one moment at a time." As the sun began to set, the park filled with a gentle golden light. Daniel stood up, thanked the man, and began walking home. The city was still the same. His problems were still waiting. Nothing outside had changed, but inside something had shifted. His thoughts still came and went, but they no longer controlled him the same way. He understood now that a quiet mind was not an empty one. It was a focused one. A mind that rested in the present had no space for unnecessary fear or regret. Daniel walked more slowly than before. He noticed the rhythm of his steps, the sound of the evening air, the simple fact that he was alive in this moment. For the first time in a long while, that felt like enough. And he realized something important. When the mind becomes quiet, life doesn't change all at once. But the way you experience it does.